My opinion wholeheartedly. What a lot of people don't realize is um, you can get up on here and talk a good game. And yeah, a lot of times people don't be in the mood to like be fustering, like fussing or arguing about things that, they're above the drama or the confrontation, which a lot of people, whatever, in your blind state of mind, we did things or whatever that we wasn't even realizing or aware of. And I don't care what denomination you come from or what congregation you come from or what religion or what background. Um, when you're unawakened. And then a lot of it was just immaturity and not knowing any better, not knowing. It was just immaturity. A lot of people can look at things or whatever, and a lot of people have done or did different things or whatever and wasn't even realizing that they were selling themselves out or selling their soul or even for that matter selling themselves. But as I'm looking at these different situations, just to even do with how KHIA is coming for, um, is her name, what is her name? Lady Red, Foxy Red. I mean, well, I can't even, I'm gonna have to go back and look, but Red or whatever, the new artist that just came about, and TRINA, which, being a vet, and KHIA as well, and Red or whatever, she's still young. And just the things that Kaya say in a whole, like a lot of it, yes, it's putting people down and talking about them or whatever, but we can't help but know that a lot of the stuff that she's saying is true. Okay, and it was before Kaya was coming in, because she had stated that TRINA took a song of hers too. Who wouldn't be mad? Like, just me putting things on the internet in a whole, you know, I sat back and I watched everything and watched everybody in different rooms and watched their movement and their actions and watched a lot of things. And people do not care. They don't care if you don't have 1 cent. For that matter, another, for some odd reason, another black person, they would love to see you homeless, broke, or whatever. Just like in the community that I live in general. Like, this is a small, you know, town or whatever, and your business or you trying to get yourself out of poverty or to help yourself shouldn't be nobody else's business but you and the people that you're working with. Outside people should not be focused on your business. If it's not illegal and the authorities don't have anything to say about what you're doing, then you should be able to move accordingly onto how God see fit to move you. It's not to, but you got jealous hearted people that's empty, that don't love themselves, that need healing, that grew up in foster homes, grew up without both parents, grew up with their parents being on drugs, their parents being drug users, their parents being pimps, prostitutes, all, and these people that are around my age or even close to my age, or even for that matter in the 30s, 20s, whatever, they are empty, lost, hurt, broken people. So if they're feeling empty and they're feeling unloved, to do with self, What more do you think they're going to feel for you? They going to try with all they might, will, everything to stop and block you, and it solely be out of hate, jealousy, emptiness, no self-worth, no self-love, all of that. And, you're at that moment, you're going to be fighting with principalities of spiritual warfare. You're going to be fighting with these people, because they are going to be trying to come up against you, block you. These people will come against you with your God-given talents that God have given you to use, and not understanding why they don't have them. Your heart is like that. You're ugly. You too worried about somebody else. You too afraid, or you too less than to go to God yourself, or even for yourself to go heal yourself and make yourself better, where you can see more clear and think different, where you wouldn't even be thinking upon trying to destroy or sabotage someone else because of their God-given talents. So I'm going to jump a little bit over. And I want to talk about the KHIA and the Lady Red, or whatever her name is, and TRINA and so forth. What I do not like is, okay, yeah, TRINA was like, I don't care what you say. I'm not going to argue with you. Me and you are something. We're not in the same category. And she started bringing up her hits. I got, if you gonna compete with me, or try to even step up to me, or step up to the plate to try to, whatever, but this, that, and the third, you better have 10 hits, da-da-da-da-da. But Trina, you done took some hits to get those hits. You done took some licks to get those hits. You done did some licks to get those hits. And coming from a person that's working legally, and it's really no difference. Like, if you look at it in a sense, KHIA got hits with just being on the internet and people watching her views. Those are hits. People watching her views and laughing about the stuff that she's saying about people. She got some hits. They just not done in the same way that you feel that they're done. Like, your hits, you're considering them as above, and they're really not. It's all the same. You know what I'm saying? Because coming from where Trina's coming from and who she is today, she had to do some things that she probably wasn't even aware that she was doing. And that's even whether selling herself, selling her soul, selling her body, whatever you was doing, you did some things to get those hits, and that was on a low vibration, and that don't make you look like you're in a great big light. Those things are just hidden. People not talking about those are the things that Trina did to get her hits and her record deals and da-da-da-da. But a lot of those people that come from that background, they went down to the wee low of themselves to be where they're at today. They did ugly things. They slept with different people. They used to be with. Now, KHIA is saying that Trina used to mess around with Trick Daddy. I could believe that back in his younger day, because he was chocolate and whatever, but he didn't look as far as the older himself that he is today. He looked a lot more decent, and I could believe that Trina did mess around with that man. So, you know what I'm saying? She did things, whatever, and with other people too. Those things just aren't being brought to the forefront because they're embarrassing. So don't get up on your high horses and thinking that you're coming to drag someone and make them feel beneath you, because no one is no different. That's the thing. If everybody would maintain and sustain and walk their own lane, this world would be a lot better. But as we can see, you can't get that. Whether it's going to be through people disliking you for who you are as a person because of how you look, from jealousy, from them not loving themselves, from them not having what you have, from them being rich, from people being rich, poor, prejudice. The list goes on. And we can't do this. Like, it's corrupting the people in this universe as a whole. Like, it's so much, people are not loving. And to do with the sexy red, whatever, I don't agree with, because you put those things out, the music, whatever, even the music that Trina did back in the day, in the past or whatever, that stuff come from your spirit. It comes from an aspect of our spiritual and our flesh. And a lot of things are being put out from the flesh. And it could be demonically spiritual, or it could be spirit of light. And people are gravitating to that stuff. If it's demonically spiritual and people gravitating towards it and it's bad stuff, you putting that stuff out for people, these younger kids, to grow up on, and you're making them feel as though that stuff is okay. Like being provocative, lustful, talking dirty, being nasty, having STDs, sleeping around, showing themselves, being naked, all of that stuff is of darkness that they putting out for these kids to gravitate towards. So it's all being sickening. Like, we got to get a grip on it. You got to feed the people great things of light and let them gravitate towards it, so they'll know right from wrong, and that, hey, this is wrong. I may mess up, or I may be feeling lack of myself, where I don't love myself, and I may sleep around, or I may, or whatever, but always know that you could always come to the light from out of darkness. And a lot of people not doing that. They gravitating just on darkness, period. And they're being ugly. And that's not right, because you got kids growing up all over the universe. And who wants a child to be focusing on being naked and sleeping around and being lustful, and just that's all and out a low vibration. That's just as low as being poor. You poor in your spirit, you're poor with your assets, you're poor. Like, people, it's rich people that is poor in their spirit. They poor with their body, they're poor with their hygiene, they're poor with how they love themselves. They sleep around, and that's still a low. Your money could be way up here, and you still could be garbage. You could be trash, just to do with your self-worth and loving yourself. You want it to be balanced out. You want who you are as a person to balance out with what you have in your monies. Like, if your body and who you are as a person is on the low, and you a low life, but you got money, you still pretty much is in a bad predicament. Because with that money, you're not going to do anything but do bad, evil, ugly, disrespectful things that is not good. I don't know why people don't understand that. So, that's just my opinion. And guys, if you don't mind, if you would like and subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. I'm just giving y'all another piece of cake on the plate. Now, y'all eat well. y'all have a great day. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. God bless. Bye.